From making a speech at a friend's wedding to inspiring a group of people at a charity event, developing our public speaking skills increases our confidence and helps us communicate better. Okay, but how can we make a presentation better? So, fellow Toastmasters and most special guests, today what I'd like to cover is a few important points to help us make effective presentations and, most of all, keep us talking, all of us in the group. Whether you're an experienced speaker or just starting out, I have here all the elements to help you improve your presentation. The first one is show your passion and connect with your audience. It's hard to be relaxed when you're nervous, but even great presenters say that the most important thing is to connect with your audience. And the best way to do that is to let your passion for the topic, for what you're talking at the moment, come through. If I'm honest with you as my audience about what is important to you and why it matters, I'll be able to connect with you and you will respond to that. I've done it time and time again, and every time it worked because people want to see you succeed. The second one is to keep it simple and concentrate on your core message. When you're planning your presentation, you always keep in mind the question. You must always keep in mind the question. What is the key message that I want my audience to take away? The what's in it for me factor, in fact. We've all heard that expression. You should be able to communicate the key message of what you're trying to say very briefly. Some experts recommend, and we've heard that before, a 30-second elevator summary. Others say that you should be able to write it on a tiny bit of a business card. That's simple. Whichever rule you choose, the important thing is to keep your core message focused and brief. The third one is to smile and to make eye contact, not like that little guy there. This sounds very easy, but a surprisingly large number of presenters fail to do that. If I smile and make eye contact, I am building rapport, which helps you connect with me. It also helps me feel a little nervous because I know that I'm talking to individuals that care about my success, not a great mass of unknown people. Number 4, start very strong. Try to start strong in your speech. The beginning of your presentation is crucial. You need to grab your audience's attention and hold it. You guys, I know from experience that will give me only a few minutes grace in which to entertain you before you decide to switch me off because you think I'm boring. So I won't waste my time usually presenting myself, who I am, because you already know it. So I will get right into the topic as I just did today. Number 5. Remember the 10, 20, and 30 rule for slideshows. Slideshows should contain no more than 10 slides, and in our case, most of the time, 4 or 5 slides because of the length of our speech. They should last no more than 20 minutes, and in our case, again, it's 5 to 7 minutes, and we should use large fonts, 30-point fonts, which is what I've used in this presentation. I currently hope you can see it, but this last point is very important because it stops you from trying to put too much information on one slide. You can put some visuals, but the text to read should be minimal. Number 6, tell stories. I love telling stories. I really, really enjoy that. Human beings are programmed to respond to stories. They are personal and relatable things, and they come across really nicely. I know that stories help you pay attention to what I'm saying most of the time. I also know that you will remember things better if I touch you in some way with my story. If I can use stories in my presentation, you as my audience will be more likely to engage and remember my points afterwards. So think about what story you are trying to tell your audience and create your presentation around it. So telling stories is really, really important. Telling stories as well as using your voice effectively. The spoken word is actually a pretty inefficient means of communication in the grand scheme of things because it only uses one of 5 of our senses. So that's why presenters tend to use visual aids like I'm doing now. But you can help to make spoken words better by using your voice effectively. So varying the speed at which you talk, sometimes fast, sometimes slower, and emphasizing changes in my pitch and tone will help my voice more interesting to you, and doing so I will hold your attention much better if in appropriate moments I raise it or lower it or quiet it. So using your voice effectively is important, but you must use your body as well. So it's been said that more than 3/4 of communication is nonverbal. That means that as well as my tone of voice, my body language is crucial to getting my message across. Right now with Zoom and virtual, it's a little more challenging, but you still can see the big picture. My goal is to make sure that I'm giving you the right messages, that I use my body language efficiently, that I move my hands with purpose, and that I take full advantage of my stage around me. So, fellow Toastmasters, in conclusion, and most of all, what I encourage you to do is relax, breathe, and enjoy the process. Some of you may find making presentations challenging, and it's hard for you to stay calm and relaxed while doing it, and we understand that practice makes perfect. One option is to start by concentrating on your breathing. Slow it down and make sure that you're fully breathing. It can bring yourself to a relaxation state almost, really, and you will almost always certainly present better. If you can actually start enjoying yourself, your audience will respond to that and engage better with you. Your presentations will improve tremendously, and so will your confidence. So don't wait any longer, fellow Toastmasters, and start speaking now. That's exactly what Toastmasters is all about. Back to you, Mr. Chair.